one of the things I'm learning as I get older, it's almost as if I'm getting younger the older I get. I feel like I'm finding all this new wisdom the older and older and the older I get. And I feel like those that I encounter that are where you are at 90 years young, it's almost like you've seen so much, you know so much. So it's awesome whenever we can celebrate someone like that. One of the things I wanted to share, I always go back to this point, which is, and I hate bringing it up, but I love it at the same time, was the pandemic. And that was a turning point or a stepping stone, I feel like, in my personal life. During the pandemic, I know, gave myself time to put attention on things that I had never thought about. There's things I've learned because I had so much time to focus my attention on things that were things that had crossed my mind at one point, but just never really hunkered down just because of everyday life. And there were so many things I learned. One of the biggest things I've learned and lessons I've learned is how important our words are and how much power they have. And I think we always forget about it. And it's just in the back of mind just passes up how just one little word, and sometimes not even just a word, but how you say the word. I get the privilege of coaching I have two kids, a 13-year-old, and then I have a son, he'll be 8 this upcoming month in September 16th. And my background has always been youth sports. So I've been coaching youth sports since I was 13 years old. So I've coached kids from ages 3 all the way up to adults. One of the coolest things is one of the things I love about social media, a few things. I can follow the kids I coached, and they've graduated high school, college, they have their own kids that are in sports. They're calling me, hey Dion, can you coach my daughter or do this? Or hey, my son needs, so it's the coolest feeling to watch their whole lives and know I had a part in what they're sharing with their family and their little ones. Right now, my daughter she put softball on the back burner. She's played softball since she was 3 years old. And one of my proudest things is I kept 70% of her team together since they were 3, so she's now 13. And my wife was a collegiate softball pitcher, so once she started playing softball, we kind of just ran with that. So she's been playing softball ever since she was 3. So this year was the first year she decided to put on the back burner, and she decided to be cheerleading. She's in middle school now for Pattonville. And that was one of my first. That's actually how I got through college. I guess you'd call it a professional cheerleader. I pretty much did anything and everything you think about cheerleading, like seriously everything. And so now I get to coach her in cheerleading. And all of them, they play so many different sports, but I've played every sport, so I got an opportunity to coach their sport and spend time with them based on what sport they're doing at the time. And now I'm at Pattonville Middle School and High School, so we coach all the cheer teams from all different levels. And boy, I forgot how like coaching young girls was amazing because they listen, they don't have any bad habits. Coaching young boys, they're watching sports and they're they think they're in the pros and they're doing this and that. You really can't tell them much. But most of the young female athletes, they were amazing to coach. It's like they were like a sponge. Anything you said they were willing to do, and they learn so much quicker. Being in an organization we played at, a lot of times we would play against boy teams and we would just annihilate them. Because they were playing such an individual sport, but we were able to get the girls to play a complete full team sport. And we were coaching the other day at the middle school at Heights, and we were all out in the field, and it was just a struggle getting them to pay attention. They have no skin in the game because it's more of like a school activity. It's not like their parents are paying for them to go. But there was one moment where I was trying to get their attention, and so I had to have them do some up downs. So I had them do 20 up downs because one person didn't do what they were supposed to do. It was something simple. And at the end of it, one girl, I had mentioned something. I was like, all right, we're about to do this. We're about to do some up downs, 10 up downs, and one girl out of like 70 of them were like, hey, we get to do up downs. And I was like, what? Who said that? She's like, we get to do up downs. I was like, come here. And I gave her a big high five. I was like, how awesome is that? Things are changing. To piggyback off what you said about the memorial you guys just came from. I don't even like using the word funeral. I like to call it memorial because we're really appreciating the memories and the things they've done in this realm, right? So I like to call them morals. I think, again, paying attention to the words that we use. But it was just amazing. So now I just want to make sure that we all are realizing that things are changing, and it's not just those of us that have the wisdom we've collected, but it's also trickling down to the ones below us, our kids, our kids' kids, and so on. So at the end of the day, like Ms. Polly always says, wherever your attention wherever your attention goes, the energy flows. So I just want us to keep what we say and how we say it in front of mind. And that's my message.
Awesome.